Yo, 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 yo. What up, Comic Sense community, crowd, crew? We are back again with another episode of CSP. That is Comic Sensory Perception. This is an impromptu episode. We're going to kick it about Marvel's new champions announcement. We're going to chat about that. We're going to have special guest J Rob in the house. Yeah, I've been seeing J Rob all over the place, right? The Comic Mini Podcast. Shout out to those boys. Shout out to J Pop watching along in the stream, by the way. So we're going to kick it about that announcement. Comic Sense has been high on the new champions since 2022. So we're going to do that. As always, I'm Issue X. This is a Comic Sense production. Before we get to that, we're going to go ahead and pay some bills. So I'm going to need everyone to like and follow Comic Sense on Facebook and join our Comic Sense Facebook group. Check us out on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us at Comic Sense on Instagram. And yeah, follow us on all of the things. Hold on just 1 second. Before we do that, I'm going to introduce J-Rob, let him introduce himself, and then we are going to get to it, folks. We are going to get to it. Let me bring up J-Rob really quick. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, J-Rob? Shout out to the people. Talk to the people real quick.
What's going on? You already know. If you don't know, now you do. You'll find me here or wherever I'm at the moment. Looks like it's just me, you all, and Ish, who's gone. So since I have the floor, I came up with a little song I want to share with y'all. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know where he done disappeared to, but since he's gone, I'm running the show.
Never. We're back. We are back. We are back. We're back. So. Big things to talk about with this new champion. There's a lot of controversy behind it, right? If you've been following the chat boards, the Twitters or the X's or whatever you want to call them, you got some people who are really excited about this, really behind this. If you look at the Comic Sense community, many members of our community are excited about it. If you're not a member of Comic Sense, you see the banner at the bottom of the screen. It's scrolling across. Pay attention to it. Do what it says. You are a member of Comic Sense, then you are already in the know. So we got a lot of chatter going on the boards, on the internet, on the interwebs about whether this is a good thing, whether this is a bad thing, whether this is necessary, whether it is unnecessary. Regardless of any of those things, right? The new champions are here. They've made their debut. Spider-Woman number 7. They've made their debut, and they are coming. Are they here to stay? We don't know.
We shall see.
We're going to talk about that. So, Jay, how long have we been talking about the new champions?
It's not been a year and a half, but it's been, because we're in 2014. Yeah, like, what was that? End of 2022, beginning of 2023, something like that?
Oh, I'd venture to say.
Is it before?
Yeah, at least halfway into 2020. So the new champions, right, were inspired by Spider-Boy. Spider-Boy was this shocking revelation given to us in Spider-Man number 7, right? Had a spoiler variant, which was like the spoiler variant of all spoiler variants of all spoiler variants, right? It's the biggest spoiler variant to date. Matter of fact, it left people behind the 8 ball a day late and a dime short, so to speak, because if you were ordering from Diamond, right, it was like Marvel or Penguin. It was Penguin's like hello and middle finger to the comic book world, right? Like if you were ordering from Diamond, it's likely you missed it because they announced that spoiler variant after close of FOC for Diamond. It closed on Sunday. Penguin closed on Monday, so it was likely missed. A bunch of people who ordered from Penguin were able to make sure they got their orders in. A tweet was put out, right?
Dan Slott.
Yep, Dan Slott put out a tweet saying there's going to be a major spoiler variant done by, was it Humberto Ramos?
Mm-hmm.
Who did the spoiler? You're right. So that spoiler variant gave us the first cover appearance of a book that gave us the first appearance of Bailey Briggs, also known as Spider-Boy. What would follow would be covers inspired by the idea of Spider-Boy. They were originally called sidekick covers before they gave them the formal name of New Champions variants. And it was imagining if certain characters, 22 characters, had a sidekick in the Marvel universe, what would they look like? What would they be? No names, no nothing. So our thought process when these started coming out, because we ordered heavy we're really, really pushing at Comic Sense, pushing these books. We're like, listen, if they're giving you a brand new character on the cover, whether this character exists or not, the potential is there. There it is. There it is. Right there on that cover. Some months later, it will be announced that the cover of X-Men 27, the Momoko cover of Maystorm, that character would actually make an appearance in a book in the Ultimate lineup. Very, 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 very great. What do we call it? Multiverse, a reimagining of the original Ultimate multiverse from Marvel. Really great multiverse. So Maystorm is a character who doesn't debut, but is a mainstay in Ultimate X-Men. She actually makes her debut in Ultimate, I believe Ultimate Invasion. It's either Ultimate Invasion or Ultimate Universe. Can't remember which one. That's where she actually makes her debut, not a cameo, not a preview either. An original content is where she makes her debut. So you got Maystorm, and then in Timeless, you got the debut of at least 13 characters in a single panel in Timeless. And what Timeless does is it generally foreshadows that particular Timeless from 2023, generally foreshadows. So when you get Timeless in 2023, right? It was 2023, actually. We said 2022 earlier. We meant 2023. When you get a Timeless at the end of 2023, it takes all of 2024 for us to start to see the things that were foreshadowed in Timeless. That is every year. Incoming back in 2019, it takes the entire year. And then by the end of the year, you start to see things that were foreshadowed in a book released over a year ago. So one of the things that we saw was some of the Blood Hunt stuff. We saw this Sorcerer Supreme, Dr. Doom, and we saw Dracula 2099, which is a major, he was a cameo Dracula 2099, which is a major character in the 2099 universe. He's the big villain in the upcoming Conquest storyline. And then we got 13 members of the new champions, which if you look at the header of this particular video, that panel is taken directly from Timeless. It's taken from Timeless. So you get 13 of the new champions characters. Some of these new champions characters, and we're going to talk about it, Jay. We're going to actually have our personal opinions on it because some of them I did think it was very likely that some would make it into comics proper. There were more than a few that I didn't think had a chance. And there are reasons why. I obviously, the redundancies, right? Deadpool number 5, Deadpool Battle Blood number 5. I didn't see that character making it. The Incredible Hulk character, I didn't see making it. The Thing, not a character I saw making it. And the Wolverine character. I also really didn't see the Magneto character, but she's there. I didn't see the Magneto protege, but so let's get to it. Let's do this formally first before we get into our personal opinions and we go informal. Let's do the formal thing. I want to go ahead and share the screen, bring everybody's attention to this article straight from Marvel.com, by the way. We're going straight to the horse's mouth. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take off my Future So Bright. Put on some reading glasses. So this was published on September 17th, 2024, 3 days ago. The next great Marvel superhero team assembles in new champions. This January, a team of young heroes set out to change the world in Steve Fox and Eben Fiorelli's new champions. Steve Fox brought us, actually, the assembly, right? He was just writing Spider-Woman. So he's the one who took Liberty. He took Hellroom. He took Moon Squire. And he took Captain or Cadet Marvel. He took those 4 characters and brought them off the covers of their respective the comics that they debuted on and put them in pages. Yo, are you playing me back, Jay?
Yeah, I unmuted it.
So he took those pages, those characters, and put them in the pages of a comic book. 10-issue run, Spider-Woman. By the way, check it out. Get you the first appearance of her son as an adult with powers. We know that these characters got their powers from Hydra. So then, to get back to the article, this January, writer Steve Fox of Spider-Woman and Time Slide, and artist Ivan Fiorelli of Daredevil, Wonder Woman Without Fear, and Time Slide team up to reinvent what it means to be a teen hero in the Marvel Universe in New Champions. Last year, fans were introduced to all new heroes inspired by Marvel icons in the hit New Champions variant cover series. Since then, readers have been eager for them to make their in-universe debuts, and after a few popped up in various titles over the last few months, they will explode onto the page in their very own ongoing series. The group begins with Liberty, Hellroom, Moonsquire, and Cadet Marvel, but will expand quickly over the first arc of the series as more new champions answer the call. But not all are destined to be heroes, and some have dark connections to established Marvel lore that could spell disaster for the fledgling team before they can get off the ground. This is very interesting, Jay. We're going to talk about that. We can have a little fun with that. We're going to look at some of these covers, and we're going to see which ones could potentially be destined to be villains that maybe haven't appeared. Now, we're going to do that. But anyway, each new champion has a story to tell, and together they have a world to change. Mystery, action, and drama awaits as Marvel Comics' next beloved teen superhero team assembles. Uh-oh. So who are the new champions? What do 4 kids whose lives were derailed by Hydra, Scarlet Witch's mysterious protege, a cursed roller derby jammer, and a Wakandan runaway have in common? Not much. But when Hellroom's mysterious powers activate to bring them together, they'll have to learn how to work as a team quickly or face the wrath of the cult of Hela. So here's a quotation. As soon as I saw the new champions variants, my mind started racing, dreaming up possible origins and powers and code names for these imagined sidekicks, Fox explained. Reverse engineered the cast from the covers was unlike any other creative process I've ever been involved in. He's saying reverse engineering, excuse me. And I'm beyond stoked to debut a whole new class of Marvel heroes and a few villains in New Champions alongside Ivan Fiorelli, who makes each and every one of these new additions feel like they've been a part of the fabric of the universe all along. I'm really looking forward to diving into New Champions, Fiorelli said. What really excites me about this project is the opportunity to bring fresh faces into the Marvel Universe and explore something completely new. These young heroes have their own stories to tell, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they'll grow and evolve visually as the series unfolds. I hope readers will enjoy reading our pages as much as I will enjoy illustrating them. I've been dying to write a teen hero team my whole career. It's the time in everyone's life when we're figuring out who we really are, and adding Norse magic or jet-powered punches or accidental hell portals to that search for identity is a recipe for storytelling gold, Fox added. So here we have some of the covers of these new champions, and it's very interesting, right? Because we get the main covers, and then we get some variant covers with characters that we have not seen, or possibly we have seen on the pages of a Marvel comic. So we're getting Liberty,
Captain America.
We're getting Cadet Marvel,
Captain Marvel,
Hellroom. That would be the Thor from the Thor variant cover, the Immortal Thor #2. Then we're getting Amaranth, Scarlet Witch #9. We're getting what people are saying is called, her name is Phantasma. And then we have Moonsquire. So that is Change the World, the New Champions variant cover of #1. Then, and that's the main cover. But then we have some very interesting covers. One of them we will get to last, but certainly not least. Then we have this cover, which gives us this character who appeared on the cover of Black Panther. By the way, for those who are looking for Black Panther #5, the Sousa variant, good luck. It is the Ghost. We're going to talk about value. We're going to talk about which one of these things are ringing bells right now. For sure, for sure. We are going to talk about value. And I'm telling you right now, Black Panther #5 is the Ghost. It's the one. Because people didn't see it coming. It probably was the most under order. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into it. Next, we have the Luciano Vecchio and Federico Vincentini cover. This one, does it give us more? It doesn't. It doesn't. But an interesting cover nonetheless. And lastly, in the cover that is most interesting to me, this one gives us Bailey Briggs. This one gives us the Magneto protege. This one gives us the Doctor Strange protege. This one gives us the She-Hulk protege, who I did not think was going to make it off the cover of She-Hulk #1. But then it gives us the Juggernaut protege. Now, is that J2 from the old Avengers Next? We definitely know that this character has been around on the Marvel Online stuff. We know that this character has been around on the Marvel Online. Start out to Peter Maresca, member of Comic Sense, who brought this to our attention some months ago and said that this character would be coming to the pages of comics. Little did we know that this character would make its debut as a part of the New Champions. We know that Phantasma's coming up in the Spirits of Vengeance anthology book that's about to drop. We're going to get her not Spirits of Vengeance, the Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider Marvel Voices that's about to drop, which is going to give us the first in-comic debut of Phantasma. But the Ghost, that Black Panther #5 Sousa variant, Ghost, gone. But it's interesting, right, Jay, to see Bailey Briggs on this team, the original new champion.
That is true.
All right, so let's kick it. We just went to this article. We're going to go over some of the things that we posted in our community and on Facebook, but let's kick it for a second. So, new champions, in your opinion, this is good or bad? How do you feel about this?
Always good, because we can't always just rely on the same old characters. You got to have something new, something fresh going forward. Also to bring in those new and younger audiences as well. Everybody don't want to see, people get tired of seeing Captain America, Moon Knight, those same exact characters over and over. It's good to see them reimagined and hopefully bring in some new, fresh blood to the community.
What up, DJ or Diagia? Shout out to you. Shout out to everyone that's in the room, by the way. Shout out to everyone that's watching. Jay, I agree. So some of the chatter that has been going on online is, why do we need new champions? They haven't really finished telling the story of the old champions. So to that I say, there's always room for new characters. I echo your sentiment, right? And when you say they haven't finished telling the story of the old champions, well, Kamala Khan is doing her thing, right, in Knicks, and she just got finished doing her thing in her own title. Now she has several titles successfully. Miles Morales has 2 books, right? He's got the Miles Morales book. He's now a vampire. He's also partnering with Spider-Man in the Spider-Man, the Spectacular Spider-Man. So he's got 2 books. Some of the other characters, while we don't see them floating around, we don't. No one's a Prodigy. You see in the pages of Knicks right now. Hulkling is off doing his thing, trying to be the ruler of his portion of the universe, along with Wiccan. So we know what's going on there, right? The champions are kind of tied up. Amadeus Cho is moonlighting on and off with the agents or new agents of Atlas and Tiger Force, and so right now those characters have kind of gone the route of the New Mutants, right? Like they've kind of aged up while they could still potentially be Young Avengers. They kind of aged up and are doing their own things. We don't even know that this new Champions series, while we're hearing familiar names like Gila and Asgard, we don't even know that it's set in Marvel 616. No clue. What I want to do, though, before we delve too deep into this, is I want to stop sharing a screen. I want to present another screen. And Jay, this one we can talk about. I'm going to take you to the Comic Sense Community Facebook page. Everybody see that?
Yes, sir.
What's your Jason?
Yeah, I noticed that.
All right. So here we have a checklist. And everyone who's watching, take a screenshot. I'm sure you can go to Key Collector. You can do this, but this is Comic Sense Collector. We did this. We did this before Key Collector because it is what we do. We're going to talk because we have pictures of all of the covers. This is what we put together a while back when we determined that people should have a checklist and know what to collect. This is before the announcement too. Like we were ahead of the game on this, right? Back in the game. I still ride the back of the train. Anyway, so here we have a checklist, and we got to get to these covers, but this checklist is very quickly. Spider-Man #7, spoiler variant is the cover you want. It's first cover and full appearance of Spider-Boy. Amazing Spider-Man #36 is going to get you the first cover and full appearance of a Black Cat protege, a guy, by the way. Avengers #6 gets you a young white Vision. Black Panther #5, we don't know her name. That is the Ghost. Blade #4 gets you something similar to Bloodline. Captain America #2 gets you the first cover appearance of Liberty. Captain Marvel #1 gets you the first cover appearance of Cadet Marvel. Deadpool Battered Blood #5 gets you what we imagine is a son of Deadpool, but based upon Deadpool saying my boy or that's my boy. Doctor Strange #8 gets you a 4-armed, what looks like a miniature or a mini or mid-level Sorcerer Supreme. Fantastic Four number 12 gets you a spiky-haired punk-looking thing. Ghost Rider number 19 gets you what is a person whose name is rumored to be Phantasma. Ghost Rider number 19, ringing bells, about a $30 book right now. Craziness. So right now, the ones that I've seen go north in value is obviously Spider-Man number 7. Black Panther number 5, I can't tell you because it's a ghost. Captain America number 2 for sure is $10-15. Captain Marvel number 1 is starting to climb. Doctor Strange number 8, I'm sure is going to be the next one to blow. Ghost Rider number 19 already $30 book. Guardians of the Galaxy gets you a punk, a b-boy or just a sporty version of Groot. Immortal Thor number 3 gets you the first cover appearance of Hellroom. Incredible Hulk number 5 gets you a derp version of Hulk with a blonde mullet. Invisible Iron Man number 11 gets you a green-haired young Iron Man-esque character. Magneto number 3 gets you a Magneto protege. Miles Morales number 11. There's the next bit. I'm going to tell you. We're going to talk about villains. Miles Morales number 11 gets you what apparently looks like Miles Morales, but with like Groot's hair. Moon Knight number 28 gets you the first cover appearance of Moon Squire. Sensational She-Hulk gets you a young-looking redheaded She-Hulk. Scarlet Witch number 9 gives us Amaranth. Venom number 26 gives us like a, I don't know, like a manga thing, like Erica Slaughter's like octopus puppet or something. It's weird. Wolverine number 38 gets you a savage female version of Wolverine. X-Men number 27 gets you the first cover appearance of Maystorm. Ultimate Universe number 1 from 2024 gets you the first appearance of Maystorm. Timeless number 1 from 2023 gets you the first cameo appearance of 13 new champions variant covers. Spider-Woman number 7 from 2024 gets you the first team appearance of the Assembly. That would be Liberty, Cadet Marvel, Hellrune, and Moon Squire. Spider-Woman number 7 cover C gets you the first partial. What's that noise?
I don't know if I had to mute it.
Spider-Woman number 7, cover C, gets you the first partial team cover appearance of the Assembly. Spider-Woman number 7, second print, gets you the first full team cover appearance of the Assembly. Why is this? We're going to break that down. That is going to get you the first full team cover appearance of the Assembly. Spider-Woman number 7, cover C, is going to give you a partial team appearance of the Assembly. And we're going to go down. We're going to break that down. I'm going to tell you why. We're going to go to it. Here it is. Down here. So here's Timeless, which is going to give you the cameo appearance of 13 members of the Assembly. Here is Spider-Woman number 7, cover A, right? That gives you a second cover appearance of Liberty. Cover C gives you a partial team appearance of the Assembly because Liberty is not there. Spider-Woman number 7, second print, gives you the full team cover appearance of the Assembly. This is the first time that the Assembly appear together on a cover anywhere. That would be Liberty, Cadet Marvel, Hellrune, and Moon Squire. That would be the first time that all 4 of them appear on a cover anywhere. Keep that in mind for those who spec. Still on the table. That is the first team, full team cover appearance of the Assembly, also known as the new champions. So let's start, Jay. Let's kick it. They said that there's going to be a potential for some new villains. Could those new villains come from these new champions? And if so, who?
That's a good question.
Here's the lineup of the covers that we covered. So we're going to start here. I think think we're looking at that Amazing Spider-Man.
Hold on, we forgot one.
Which one?
I think is going to join the group.
Whether you think is going to join the group?
Yes, whether she is on the good side or the bad side. Spider-Girl.
You think Spider-Girl is going to be a new champion?
I think so. Whether she's, like I said, whether she's a hero or a villain, we'll know.
So I don't think she's going to stay a villain for long. I do like that she is a protege of Bullseye.
Or Bullseye, yeah.
Which, Spider-Boy is a protege of Daredevil, for those who don't know. Trained by Daredevil. Spider-Man had Daredevil train him. So for those who haven't read Spider-Boy and don't know, Spider-Boy is Daredevil's protege. So it's interesting that the person being currently set up to be his enemy, who has an old grudge against him, is someone trained by Bullseye. I think that's interesting. I don't think that I think she's a new champion. I don't think she'll be on their team. I think she will be one of the villains. I think she's probably candidate number one to be slotted in as one of the villains. If Spider-Boy is going to be associated with this team, or if they just put him on a cover just for show, I think he'll have some association with the team. I think it stands to reason then that this black cat on the cover of Amazing Spider-Man 36 is going to be a villain as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So of these covers, do you see anyone else that you think could potentially be a villain? I think I like this Young Thing as a villain as well.
I can see it because truthfully, I didn't see the Young Thing even making it off of that cover.
He hasn't yet. But, I remember this Captain America, this Captain Marvel book. I remember when it first showed the cover last year, and people were like, they thought it was a girl, and they thought it was Carol Danvers, and they didn't like it. And man, please, people just need to get over themselves and give these things a chance to give us a chance to find out what exactly it is before you decide to go crazy.
I got another one though.
Go on.
So we've got Deadpool here, but then we've got the daughter coming.
She's been around for some years now.
But does one remain on the good side and one is going to be a villain?
Does this one even debut? There's like 1,000 Deadpools, right?
Yeah. So, or does he become an anti-hero like Deadpool? What?
I'm hoping we don't get to. I'm hoping we just don't see him. No, because there's just way too many Deadpool. We're like, there's so many. There's dogs, there's cats, there's heads, there's so many. You know what I mean? That I'd be cool if we didn't see him. Okay, so of these covers, before we move on to the next one, of these covers, my vote for villain would be
Black Cat,
the Black Cat, or the White Cat. Right, it's like the opposite colors of Felicia Hardy. The White Cat,
need a girdle. The Thing,
even though he does have the F4 graffiti in the background, the Thing, and I don't rule out this Doctor Strange guy either.
I was thinking that same thing, like, because Doctor Strange has always been a character where yes, he is a hero, but he always messing something up too, and causing more problems than not
as bad as Scarlet Witch, but
he fixing his problems that you created.
Yeah, he created the current Doctor Doom problem that they're having right now over there in Blood Hunt. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump off the cliff, and I'm gonna say that this Kid Vision, who I'm calling him Kid Vision, I think that's gonna be his name, Kid Vision. Do we see him? Do we see Kid Vision?
I don't think so. I'm saying no.
I think Kid Vision is I think so. The ones that I think of these covers before we move to the next ones, and we're going to do the same thing when we move to the next ones. By the way, for those who are watching, this is a post that we put up on Comic Sense on August 4th, because we have actually been specking on new champions for some time now. We put this post up on Comic Sense on August 4th because in the Comic Sense Facebook group, for those who are watching on YouTube, make sure you go to Facebook, join our Facebook group, and join the page. In our Facebook group, our community, we like to give we like to pass along this type of information. Spec. We like to do that. We like to pass the information along and just kind of inform each other of what we should or potentially could potentially be worth looking into and looking at. So that having been said, that is what this is from, August 4th. Complete new champions checklist that we put together on our page. So yeah, we're a very informative site. Make sure you check us out. I'm going to check your comments really quick, and then we're going to get right back to this. No comments. Okay, so we're going to keep it moving. So then, we're going to move on to the next page, but we're going to cap this one off by saying, I think the Amazing Spider-Man cover, potential for villain. I think that there's a potential to see this Kid Vision. Do I think we're going to see the Blade character? Could be a bit redundant with Bloodline running around, but I mean, we don't even know. That character is pretty androgynous. Is it a guy? Is it a girl? If that's a guy, I thought it was a girl at first, but I'm now wondering maybe it's a guy. And if it's a guy, then we possibly could see him.
The reason I'm saying no Kid Vision, we already have the Visions where you got, Viv Vision, him and his whole little, AI family. That, I mean, that doesn't mean this character doesn't show up, but he's already got a whole family. Why not use one of those characters?
I mean, new champions.
Yeah.
Vision is a young Avenger and a champion.
Yeah.
And maybe he is a relative.
Could be.
The White Vision. I don't see Groot or Root. I'm gonna call him Root, right? I don't see
like a root vegetable.
I don't see Root
carrots on his head.
Root Abega coming. I don't see that one. So we're gonna move on. And in the next frame, we already got Hellroom. We've seen this Iron Man character in the cameo in Timeless. We've seen the Magneto character in the cameo in Timeless. As a matter of fact, I think we've even seen the Vision character in Timeless. This Spider-Man character is very interesting to me. And I'm going to blow it up and I'm going to make it bigger for y'all. It's a very interesting character to me. It looks to be a female. Looks like it's a girl. Or a woman. Or a teen girl. And I think that this, I don't know what's going on with the hair. I don't know if it's dreads popping out. I don't know.
It looks like.
That being the case, though, I think that this character is love the costume. I think that this character is likely to be a villain. If that character debuts, I don't think that character will debut, but I think if that character does make a debut, it is likely that that character will be a villain. What do you think?
I don't disagree with that. Because, Miles Morales still needs, his own. He's already built his popularity. Now you need to build a rogues gallery for him too.
Right, Rabble is pretty cool, but
you can't just have one villain. You need a nice group, and we know if you think about Spider-Man, who has probably one of the best rogues gallery amongst comic book heroes out there. He's got the Sinister Six plus additional. I can see that. I can see that happening. That character,
okay.
That Hulk character, and I told you about this the other day.
Let's focus on him.
Could present itself, but we've got Scar already. I don't know if this character. I don't see why we would need this guy. I don't see why we would need him, but that's just my opinion.
I don't see it happening. I think they did as much as they were going to do with. I think the writer chose when he did this cover. When he did this cover, and he introduced this character who turned out to be a actual member, a long-standing villain in Marvel and a member of Hydra. I think that's as far as we're going to get with a Hulk new champion. Is that? And there was actually somebody inside of that. It was like a suit, and somebody was inside of it. So I think that is as far as we're going to get with a Hulk character from the new champions, and I'm good with that. Surprised, right, that we're actually getting, based upon the cameo, that we're actually getting this She-Hulk character.
Yeah.
Surprised. But we are getting her. I would like, right now they don't really have any muscle on the team, real muscle on the team. So I would like to see her stay a hero, to be honest. I don't think that the Venom character is going to show up. If the Venom character does, that's weird.
Yeah, it don't even look appealing.
Yes.
So that it wouldn't be the first time.
I mean, and because I ruled out the Magneto character, which to my surprise it exists, then I can no longer rule out the Wolverine character, who I ruled out. So there was a character that existed some years back, right? Who was pretty much Wolverine. Who was a female. She was, I can't remember her name. She called her like the Native or something like that, or something animalistic or something like that. Who was Wolverine had met her and actually lived for a while with her in the wilderness, and she had claws and healing factor and the whole nine, and she ended up dying. But that's what this character reminds me of, right? Like the bone claws, or at least chipped metal, the bandages, the clawed feet. First thought, you think X-23, but then it's like very androgynous, so don't even know that it's a girl.
Mm-mm. It actually, what it reminds me of is Wolverine's, his more beastly side, such as when he was Weapon X.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it remind, like a feral version of him. But my initial thoughts were, I mean, we've already got X-23, what's old girl Gabby,
Right.
that Joker, the clone or the other clone,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. But I could see them having a feral version when I think a little
Wolverine
deeper.
is feral, but when you say feral, like all the way,
Yeah, all the way feral. Like, say, like you said, he met that character. Let's just say, even though she died, maybe she was impregnated. The fetus survived, tore its way out, grew up in the wild, and now we've got this feral version that's been running around.
maybe it's the kid that was born in the Jungle Adventures.
Who
Or
knows?
maybe it's a girl from Wolverine and Elektra. Listen, and maybe it doesn't exist.
Mhm.
I think that the only route you go with this character is villain, though.
Mhm.
Like I think that you have to go that route. I mean, all of Wolverine's children that he has murdered are they're all good guys. Even currently, Dakin, who started out as a villain, is currently as the Helverine a good guy, a hero, or an anti-hero. Certainly not a villain. He left. The last issue, it culminated with him leaving as a hero, as the Helverine. So the X-23 currently a hero, Wolverine hero, Gabby certainly a hero. Last we saw her was in Blood Hunt, Laura Kinney Blood Hunt, and it's pretty much it should have been called Laura Kinney and Gabby, because it was pretty much a tag team issue. But heroes, Etienne Durain, or excuse me, whatever her name is, from Marvel Comics Presents, is a hero. So yeah, his children currently are heroes. I don't have a problem with, if this is going to be, it'd be even cooler if it was just like a sibling, an actual sibling of Wolverine's that's not named Dog Logan, right? But maybe they're finally taking Arista, or the rumored name Arista, from Wolverine Jungle Adventures, and finally said, okay, all grown up now, this is who it is. And that's why this character looks so savage and bestial, because he grew up in the savage land.
Yeah. And maybe the character, emerges initially as a villain, but because they were reared in the savage lands, and like I said, they're feral, but maybe they're misunderstood, and they eventually make that swap or that.
I hope not. I don't want him to be misunderstood. I don't want another Wolverine character running around that's a good guy. I'd rather be just a straight, just one is, irredeemable. Sabretooth like.
What if I was just about to say, what if Sabretooth gets a hold and takes this Joker, this character under his wing? Now X-23, Gabby, they now have the equivalent of Sabretooth to Wolverine, and they have that equivalent.
We're not seeing adamantium. We're definitely seeing chipped.
Yeah, that's bone.
Bone and, bone claws on the feet. What looks to be canine. I love the mask. Really like the mask.
At the top bun, or top knot, as they call them.
Yep. So perhaps Asian or Asian descent. Wolverine is Asians, right? I wanted to roll the Scarlet Witch #9 up because the cover I always thought was really sharp. Really, really sharp cover. Actually, I thought that this was like, okay, this person imagined Scarlet Witch like a daughter, or you know what I mean? That's what it came off to me as. It would be interesting if that was the case, right? Like if Magneto has a granddaughter, or if Scarlet Witch and this character, if Amaranth and this character had some sort of ties to each other, being that Magneto and Scarlet Witch have ties, that would be really cool, right? Like we know that both of these characters exist in Marvel now. They both made their appearance in Timeless. They both exist. While we're doing this, I'm gonna leave that screen up. Tell me, can you still see the screen?
Yeah.
All right. I want to go find that Timeless cameo while we're talking. So, the screen is still up?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I want to find that Timeless cameo and see what see which characters. I know 13 of them, and I had it posted. I just don't have it handy, so I'm gonna find it. I'd like to see which 13 of them appear, but which ones. which ones appear in that cameo and put it up on the screen, and we'll analyze that. And here we go. Screen Rant posted, and we're just gonna pop that up on the screen. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stop sharing this one. Let's go ahead and remove it and stop screen. What's your Jason? I don't know what that means.
I think it meant what's up, man. You know, typos, it happens.
All right. So we're going to go with the Screen Rant article. Hope y'all can see that. I'm going to blow that up because that is the one that gives you the 13 members as a cameo. Can you see that on the screen?
Yep.
You can. All right. So we're going to talk about this. Where did I put it at? Way down here. All right. So we have Spider-Boy. Doesn't really count, but we have Kid Vision up here in this top right corner, right? So we know we're getting Kid Vision. We know we're getting the Black Cat one, right? Because the Black Cat is down here next to Shield, and we're getting the Wolverine, and it is a female.
And the Doctor Strange is right behind her.
Those look like boobs. Who's the one on the ground in the background though? Behind under Magneto.
That's the Thor character.
Is that Hellroom? Okay. Yeah. And then you have Amaranth on the other side.
On the side, yep.
Cadet Marvel. Okay. So the ones that have not debuted on these covers. So could it be that Black Cat, Wolverine, and this Vision character are set to be villains?
We're gonna find out. Or is it the characters who did not appear in here are set to be those?
Well, think about it. We know that we saw the A cover we saw all the covers of New Champions, right? There's 4 covers that we know of. Mm-hmm. Up until FOC, they can add more covers. We know the core team, right? The only people that are being added to the core team and let's go back to that. Now that we've evaluated this, let's go back to the covers and let's look at the covers again and let's evaluate those. Let me go ahead and remove that, and I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing, and I'm going to go ahead and present y'all with this. Can you see that?
Not yet. Just me and you on the screen.
All right.
Okay, so.
All right. So you see cover A here. Right? This gives us some idea of what we're getting on this team, right? We're getting the original assembly. And then, wow. Come on, y'all. Right? So then we have the variant covered by Luciano Vecchio, which gives us everybody, right? Everybody that appeared. Not everybody, but how many characters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 characters. 13. But we're not getting all of the 13 characters, right? We're getting actually the characters that we've identified, either myself or yourself have identified as villains, are not on these covers. Mm-mm. Right? There's no Kid Vision, who I'm calling Kid Vision. Did that, sticking with that. There's no Kid Vision. There's no Wolverine.
Fantastic Four or whatever his name is.
But no, let's stick to the characters that we've seen in the cameo, right?
Excuse me.
So of the characters that we've seen in the cameo, we don't have Black Cat on this cover. Mm-mm. We don't have Kid Vision on this cover. No. We don't have Wolverine on this cover.
No.
We don't have Iron Man on this cover.
Nope.
Of the characters we've seen in the cameo, those 4 are not on this cover. It'd be awesome if we had a younger version of a young sidekick Iron Man that's a villain. That would be really cool. Mm-hmm. I like some of the changes on this cover that they made. Whoever did this cover, Luciano Vecchio, Federico Vincentini, this is a really cool cover. This cover to me takes them the most seriously. Like really takes the characters seriously. I love the way that their outfits are treated, and not so kiddish and not so cartoony and very serious. Moon Squire to me is a decided upgrade to the way he's been portrayed. But this is the team. This is the team right here. Like this is it. They're adding 2 members to the assembly. Well, they're adding 3 because Amaranth is going to be added as well. So this here is the team. That Juggernaut character, well, that's the same Juggernaut character. It's a good guy.
So you think we're going to get 7 of the 13 as the actual new champions?
I think this is the new champions team. I think this is who we have on cover A. Yeah, I think this is the team. This is the team. Same 7. I think this is the team. And I think obviously, as the writer said, the door is open for something that looks like this. Obviously, Spider-Boy is going to moonlight on this team.
That I was just thinking that the same way, you see Spider-Man really isn't officially on anyone's team, but you do see him sometime, moonlight with other teams.
Avengers in particular, sometimes X-Men. So then what they're showing us on this cover is once again confirming that these characters exist in this universe. They're just confirming that again. And in this universe proper, meaning not just in Marvel, but in the universe that has new champions in it, these characters exist in it. But any one of these characters, right? The She-Hulk character, the Magneto character, the Doctor Strange character, which I think has potential to be a villain. I don't think the character looks really cocky. I don't see that character. And that character really, now that I think about it, is very much in the vein of Spyro, and not who is one of the most powerful sorcerers in the Marvel universe. 6 arms, like Spyro. I would not be surprised, with the exception of the eye on the head, if this has more to do with Spyro than it does Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange, yeah.
To be honest. Very interesting. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna stick to the script. I'm gonna say that the cat character, we got to give it a name. Can't call it Black Cat or Black Cat 2. The White Cat doesn't work, but Cheshire, I don't know. That cat character, I think, is gonna be a villain. I don't know that we're gonna get the Thing character, but I do know we're getting the cat character. We're gonna go back. I want to go back to that cameo. I'm going to go back to the cameo because that matters. Any incentives? Not as of yet, Diage. It's too soon to tell. They have all the way up into the Friday of the week of FOC to determine if they're going to give us incentive variants. So as it stands, it is just too soon to tell. And we'll know. More information is going to come out. This is really big. I know people don't think so, but it is. I'm going to stop presenting this screen and we're going to go back. I'd like to go back to the cameo. And really, really look at that. Take another deep dive into that. Go ahead and share that. Yeah, see that?
Yep, it's up.
All right. So again, the characters that are on none of the covers that we've looked at. Kid Vision, that Black Cat character, the Wolverine character, and the Iron Man character. All of the rest of these characters have appeared on one of the 4 covers that we've seen for this new Champions book.
So what do you think with Luke Cage? Is he taking the role of mentor?
It's interesting because they said a mentor, right? So Luke Cage is in New York. And the assembly debuted in California, according to Spider-Woman, right? She went out to California. That's an interesting question. Who do you think will be the mentor of these new champions? Who's set currently in the Marvel 616 universe to mentor these new champions?
He's the only adult besides Spider-Woman. What other?
She's off to be a West Coast Avenger.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But besides Spider-Woman and this old man Luke Cage, what other adult heroes have they shown with these characters?
Well, the thing is, right? This Luke Cage is in the far future.
That's why I called him old man Luke Cage.
Like he's just reminiscing about a time when new champions arose. So, and hence you have that he's just talking about things he's seen as he's gotten to the place he's at, where he's got all this power from like the Sentry and the Hulk and all this power. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know that Spider-Boy could be the mentor. I mean, he's like 11. You know what I mean? So I don't know. He might be a little older than that, but he's not much older than that. So I don't know. Like they say in the article that there is a hero. How did they put it? Let me say in the article. Let me Oh, I'm still sharing the screen.
You are.
That's okay. In that Marvel article, they announced that there is an unexpected hero that is going to be mentoring them. I just don't know who it could be. Throw some guesses out there, Jay. Who you got?
If it's going to be unexpected, we probably haven't even seen this hero yet.
You think it's going to be a new hero?
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. Is somebody we haven't seen yet. If they're talking about is someone unexpected, so who the heck would you not expect to be a mentor? Nah, definitely not. Wait, hold on, let me.
I like Doc Samson. Going back to the shades. We're not reading anymore. I don't know. I'd expect it to be someone who isn't currently in a comic, who is a known character, who we haven't seen in a while, which is why I threw Doc Samson on the table.
I don't know. I never thought about it. I was the only person I was thinking of was old man Luke Cage, but they're saying someone we wouldn't. This might be far.
What could you read it?
Huh?
Could you read it? Are you reading the article? Or?
No. I'm looking at this cover of the Deadpool one where they have all the X-Men in the background and they're holding back Deadpool, or Deadpool has two of them in a headlock. I don't think it would be Deadpool, but that definitely would be unexpected.
Yeah, I don't see Deadpool. I don't see it as being.
I'm looking at the covers just to see if there's some type of hint.
Especially because of Deadpool's current predicament being that he's dead.
It's 8 o'clock.
You know?
No, not him.
All right, we're gonna check this out again really quick. I'm just gonna read the link really quick. So, figuring out serious group because they have a destiny. But I like Destiny Heroes and some dark connections to establish Marvel Lord X, but after 50, we're gonna get off the ground. These channel stories, not together, world change, mystery, and drama weights. It's Marvel Comics and Split Team Super Team of Symbols. If you, all right, so we're facing rather. Yep, where do we read that at? Team to reinvent what it means to be a teen hero in the Marvel Universe and new champions. Last year, fans were choosing all the heroes, blah, blah, blah. A few popular favorites. The group gives.
What do you think about AI Tony Stark?
I don't see Tony Stark mentoring in any incarnation.
One reason I say I'm looking, because like I said, I'm looking at all the covers and they've got the Iron Man version 1 or Mark 1 suit in the background on the cover of that issue. I'm just, like I said, I'm trying to see if there's any hints on any of these.
All right, let me put the covers back up. There's only one cover that I think is relevant to this, actually, right? I'm going to reshare that.
No way.
And it's that cover.
Which one? In the center?
Yep. Right? This is the cover that
Because I don't see it. There's no mentor on there though.
I mean, it's the only cover with people in it and things in the background. You said you saw the Mark 1 armor?
That's on the Iron Man cover.
Oh, okay. You know who I like?
Who?
But both of them are on Avengers teams, right? I was going to say Captain America, but both are on Avengers teams. But that would be really dope if Captain America mentored a young team, like really dope.
I think that's too obvious, though.
Well, I mean, he's already on a team. He's on
Mr. Natural Born Leader, and now he's going to mentor the next group that
But he hasn't done it yet. I mean, I guess the initiative was kind of sort of Avengers. The initiative was kind of sort of, and Avengers Academy was kind of sort of something like that. I don't know. Maybe Power Man is the one. Maybe it's Luke Cage modern day, right? Like maybe it's current Luke Cage who's mentoring these kids. I mean, ties to Spider-Woman. Maybe I know who it is, right? Because she gave him Nick Fury's cell phone number. If you read Spider-Woman number 10, she left them with S.H.I.E.L.D., all of them, with a way to contact Nick Fury. There it is. Mystery solved.
You're thinking it's Nick Fury.
Yep. She told him, like, if you guys, guys go find yourselves and do what you got to do. But if you ever want to do something beyond just, living your life and the hero, you're stuck with your abilities. And if you ever want to do something, I know someone who can help. And here's access to Nick Fury. Mm-hmm. And that's what she did. So that's who it is.
Not a bad guess.
I'm going Nick Fury. D is saying he's calling Tosin Adoye a shot in the dark. Right. Tosin Adoye could be a new champion for sure. For sure. I think Tosin Adoye is definitely potential to be a new champion. As their mentor? Can't rule out Kamala Khan. She's been leading people for a while, but I'm going with Nick Fury.
I don't think it's Kamala Khan.
I'm going with Nick Fury. So we kicked it, though. We've been kicking it. We're not going to stay too much longer. I just want to tell people to make sure that they're paying attention to certain books that are, first of all, have them all. Have all the new champions variants. If you're, collecting for investment or whatever, or specking or whatever the case may be, have them all. Right now, that Black Panther number 5 is a ghost.
Not on eBay.
Is a ghost. If you don't have at least the 13 characters that we've shown you in the cameo, have them. The Black Cat, the Wolverine, like they're there. I'm surprised the Wolverine is there, but it's there. It's there. It's in the cameo. So, Jay, say something to the people. Any last words before we get up out of here? I think we had a nice discussion. I do think that this team is relevant. I do think that it is important, like you said earlier, that we get new characters. The more new characters that we have on the table, I don't care if we flesh out this character or that character. The more we have for people to play with. The sandbox is bigger. The more we have for writers and artists to play with, the more potential we have for something dope.
I agree. Like Ish said, get the books. These are the new champion books.
And I'm going to show D really quick. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about when you say what Black Panther cover. The ghost right now of the new champions. That would be Black Panther number 5, the Sousa variant.
It's not on that one. Next one.
I thought it was on the top slide. It is on the top slide.
Yeah, this is the top one. There you go.
This one right here. That character who is a member of the new champions, who has not debuted, or we don't even know when she's going to debut. That book, you can't find it. Just can't find it. Mm-mm. So it would be that Black Panther number 5, the Sousa variant. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and we're gonna stop sharing this. We're gonna get ready to roll up out of here. I think we covered some bases. We had a really cool conversation. Shout out to everyone who was in the room, decided to come hang out This video will be posted to YouTube. It is also posted to our Facebook page. You want to check us out, want to watch the video, want to see what we have to say about the new champions. We've analyzed some things. Who's going to be villains? Who's going to be heroes? We told you who was coming. We went over the checklist. For those who don't have it, you can find that on the page. You can also find that in Comic Sense, the group. For those who don't have it, or you can find it right here in the YouTube video. Again, I'm going to need you to like and follow Comic Sense on Facebook. Join our Facebook group. Subscribe to the page. Check us out on YouTube. When you go over to YouTube, if you're watching, please go over to YouTube, right? Click on the video for like 3 seconds. Just don't do nothing. Just go to the YouTube page. Comic Sense at YouTube. Click on the video for like 3 seconds. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs down. Just don't go there and do nothing. If you aren't subscribed to the page, subscribe to the page. That's what it is. We're going to keep bringing you dope content because that is what we do here at Comic Sense. Jay, I'm going to let you go ahead and sign off, say something to the people, then we're going to get up out of here.
Yo, like, follow, subscribe, and share.
Appreciate you being in the house today, bro.
No problem. No problem.
Appreciate this Comic Sense community crowd crew who always shows up and shows out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. As always, I am Issue X. This has been CSP, Comic Sensory Perception. It is a Comic Sense production, and we are up out of here. Pieces.